Hello, people, and welcome to another fine episode of Who's That Anime? Episode 51 of our podcast thing, of where we talk
We're
about
back in our
anime.
socially distanced bunkers.
Yes, keeping it late, you can see that I have changed my layout. Ooh.
Yeah.
Slightly.
I am also bright in the screen, despite not having my desk light anymore.
Um, that's good. It's good.
Because of the second monitor to my right that's lighting up my face. And
Yeah.
cast.
I I just realised that we are out syncing the video, but it should be fine.
I sure. Sure.
It'll work. It'll work. It'll be fine. Anyway, so
This shit show of a video that we're recording for this shit show of an anime.
yeah, yeah. So it's been pretty much a year since we started recording these,
Yes, it has.
and it's just past Halloween. Not Halloween, Valentine's Day.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, February is kind of like the horror month. It's where all the horror movies get released these days.
I do understand that, I've heard Valentine's being referred to as the Halloween of the early year. So
Yeah, I believe it. So, also, we started this podcast to watch terrible anime.
we did. We actually, believe it or not, it is. Not that we want to date this, but really, it's the 17th of February,
Uh-huh.
and we released our first episode
Uh-huh.
on the 26th of February last year.
Well, there you go. See, and this will get released on the 23rd.
On the 20th.
On the 20th. It's only 3 days. It is only 3 days. This is Thursday, not
And then the
Sunday.
episode after, which will be the 52nd episode, will air one day after our first birthday.
Oh, there you go. Happy birthday. We're going to get hats.
We should get hats.
We should get hats. Anyway, so I suggested to watch School Days, remembering that it's got a bit of a twist at the end, and the rest of it was just forgettable. Uh,
I can. So, to preface this, when I do prep for a show, I did not read into this show, so I started watching it. I got through 5 episodes, and then started doing some image searching for creating the background.
Oh yeah,
And holy shit, what?
yeah.
Like
You
there's a
spoiled it.
turn. Well, to be fair, uh, we'll get to that. There's definitely some sinister undertones to parts of this.
Hmm.
That
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like this show. I don't like the characters. I I no.
No, no. Just nope.
I don't. I don't. I don't. Um, we should. Yeah, we should probably get started. God. You're right. We did start this to watch terrible anime, and here we are, a year later, back to our roots.
I figured it's Valentine's Day. It's romantic settings technically. In the first episode was a bit romantic and stuff, and then it just comes all real creepy. What the fuck? What you
Yeah,
doing, dude?
I my level of discomfort is palpable. Um,
Oh, it gets worse. Anyway,
I bet.
so, so we're changing the format and with this one, and we're doing 3 episodes per episode.
Yeah, because we need to get this out the way with. quick.
Yeah,
I don't think like I was looking back at our early days. I think we did 4 episodes of ghost stories per episode.
we did.
We're fucking blazing through that shit.
Oh, yeah, well, there's about as much to talk about as in this episode. In this,
There is significantly less to talk about in this anime. Ghost story.
I actually been watched because I kind of watched it. Well, I watched it 10 years ago because I saw some images on something, not about this, but it was like, oh, this refers to school days, and it's like, what? Why does that refer to school days? I need to watch that, and I watched it, and it's like, I wasted my life.
Yeah, yeah. I bet the end of it is pretty good though.
The end of it is fucking mental, but
Excellent.
and it's good build up,
Like
and
I'm super looking forward to that. I'm not saying that this is worth it, but
no, watch. I suppose you need to watch up to this sixth episode, and then you can probably forget about the rest of them and watch the last one, and you go, "All right, well, I see why that happened."
is that what we're gonna do?
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, I mean, let me be honest with you. Yes, but I I know I shouldn't. So let's do it properly.
Okay, right. So let's go into the first episode.
Confession, episode 1.
Yeah. So basically, surrounds a couple, what, school kids? Well, not
I hope
seniors,
so.
but they're in their later. They're at past mid school, and they're in their whatever
Yeah.
school it is in Japan. They do. It's the second semester, and there's this guy, Makoto.
Makoto Ito.
Yeah, and he's takes a train in to go to the school. And he's
Hmm.
lately noticed someone on a train. I went, oh, she goes to my school. And he's like, ah. And he starts like just staring at her on the train, like a normal guy does.
Yeah, like a totally sensible person
Yeah.
would do. You know,
And then he
it's totally normal.
takes a classy pic because there's a rumor if you take someone's picture and no one finds out for 3 weeks, then they get together or something.
Yes. Yeah, and that's kind of the introduction to his desire for this person, who we uh, we come to find out is another girl from class 4 called Kotanoa,
Hmm.
Miss Katsura.
Yep. Yeah.
Um, she is, you know, shy and reserved, and all of those other tropes that you find
Hmm.
in quiet school children. Um,
Also rich.
However, oh yeah, yeah, helps.
Yeah.
Um, then Makoto is sitting in class next to uh, Sakai, who is this other girl in his class, and she
Hmm.
sees the picture
Yep.
of Kotonoha, and is like, "Oh, who's that then? Are you doing that thing?" And
Yeah.
they start having, which is kind of a traditional thing. It seems that they do is have a conversation with a notebook where they just write to each other, but in between that, yell things out.
Oh, and shock and surprise and get uh,
Yeah,
riled on by the teacher.
yeah. I know I'm an episode early, but there is a point where he does. The teacher asks asks Sakai if she is retarded. It's like, what is going on
Yeah.
in this show?
Yeah. I
Like
remember that.
that's not all right in any setting, let alone an institution of education.
You, you know. it was good, a bit of humor for the show. The rest of it's pretty dry and
Oh
horrible.
yeah, it's I do yeah, this show is like the fucking Gobi Desert. It's so dry. Nothing nothing happens really. Essentially, I guess what happens is that Sakai is like, "Oh, you like her then? Well, you know what? I can make that happen because
I'm a
I'm
girl.
that kind of nice person. Yeah, I'm a girl and I can do that. That's one of my superpowers. Definitely no ulterior motive. None. None whatsoever. Couldn't possibly be. Just doing it to be nice.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'm not interested in you. Surely not. No.
Absolutely not. Because why
No.
would you? I mean,
Yeah.
I ask that question quite legitimately as well. Because why would you be? He's a total arsehole.
Um. Yeah.
He is
He
a
is.
fucking catastrophe of a human.
Yeah. He is. He's a complete dick. I don't like him.
He is like just everything about him is
Mm.
just a total asshole.
Yep. Uh. Anyway, so she basically gives him tips,
Yep.
sets him up. Becomes friends with the Konohara. Konohara?
Kotonoa.
Kotonoa. Um, and and then starts talking to her, and she's like, "Oh, everyone doesn't like me because I've got big breasts."
Yeah, this is a talk about being a dry show. This is a very common theme. This is like Golden Boy level of common. Uh,
No, no, no. It's about golden level common.
yeah, to be fair, like literally, almost every camera angle in this show is to see pants, underskirt shots, shots of butts, shots of boobs,
Crotch.
small waists, and like crotch. Just and then, have you noticed the gratuitous use of the Dutch angle in this movie in this show? It's everywhere. It is. There is one point where, for conceivably no reason, and I can't remember which episode it's in because my mind is gone now, is that they're sitting having a conversation and then she is sideways. I don't know why, but she is.
Yeah, maybe. Sideways. Who's she?
Kotanoa. They're they're just talking, and then like, or is it Kotanoa? You know what? It's Kotanoa or Sakai and talking to Makoto, and they're sitting on a bus shelter or whatever, and gradually, like the angles are getting
Huh.
more and more tilty, and then eventually she's just like, the angle is of her. Like, what's going on? Why? Why is this a thing?
I think maybe it's just depending where it is at. It's maybe just kind of like to demonstrate the psychological bending of people in this show.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I was lying down when I was watching some of this, so there's
You just
potential that I was getting confused. But I'm confident because there's subtitles. I feel the need to tilt the iPad or the phone in a way that it means that I can read the subtitles normally. If I'm just listening, it can be the other way. But yeah,
yeah,
oh boy.
yeah. Um, yeah. So she basically sets him up and tells him how to do it, and tells him to stop being aggressive to her because he's like, "I want you," type thing, and then
Yes,
goes right for her.
she's not into that. Not
No,
not super into that.
no.
Uh, and then um he basically sort of kind of confesses to Kotonoa about like his feelings for her,
Hmm.
and yeah, she's like, I don't know, people don't like me because of the boobs, so
Yeah,
you sure?
yeah, yeah. And you also got the pervy friend of
Oh fuck, what's his name?
I don't know.
Uh, Sawanaga.
Yeah, but he's not as bad as
Well,
Ito. Uh,
No, Makoto. No, he's not. I mean, like,
He's more
Taisuke is
likable.
he's and which is impressive because he's just a massive pervert. Like
Hmm.
I'm rooting for that guy instead of this catastrophic asshole
Yeah,
who the show is about.
yeah, yeah. Um. So what else?
I mean,
Oh, it ends with what's her name taking an award from Motoko, didn't it? She gives him a kiss just as she gets in the
yeah,
train.
yeah. Makoto sort of says, "Oh, thanks, and if there's anything you need, just let me know." And she just kisses him, and then it's like, "Oh, bye."
Yeah.
just just bails out. Um, oh man. Also, we should point out she kisses him. Is like, "Good luck, with that girl I set you
Yeah,
up with."
the girlfriend. She's your girlfriend.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay, okay.
Yeah. That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's the end of episode one. We've talked about everything in episode one.
No, we haven't, but we talked
We
enough.
have.
We talked
We've
enough.
we've talked about the things that matter in episode one.
I think I think we also had a bit where did not Konoha
But no,
yeah, doesn't she like confess that she's always liked him? Well, because there's this he kept staring at her on the train.
I don't know if that's this episode, but you're right. Yeah, she basically is like, well, he was always looking at me on the train. I
Yeah,
like that about that guy. I like that about my man.
apparently. It's like
Apparently,
it's got to be interested.
love it. Just love it when guys just stare at me on trains. Um,
Yeah.
okay. Do you want to rate this? I'm not even sure. I'm okay with it. I think maybe what I'll do is rate the entire show.
No, you should
Give you
rate
that
every.
sliding scale.
You should just rate every episode. I think.
Okay. I mean, I think this is maybe a 3.
Yeah, yeah. It's not.
It's not absolutely categorically unwatchable, but
Yeah,
it's not well written and it's really dry. And I kind of get the feeling that the intention is for that to be the case. Is it's supposed to be like I feel like this is a show that's going to be of 3 acts. You've got like super slice of life, and then you've got kind of high drama, teen drama, and then fucking Elfin lied by the looks of the pictures I've seen. So
yeah. Yeah. I think there's might be 4 acts in it, and I think it's like every
okay,
3 episodes because you can see it kind of progressing that way. So episode one's basically, I like this girl. I've had no experience. I'm going into
yeah, this
confessing
is
a
the
lot to them.
super slice of life part, the first 3, and
Yeah,
then yeah we get into the teen drama part, and then I guess I'm gonna see what the next act is. But
yeah.
say what they will, they had a concept, and they maybe did that. So what do you rate this one?
3 man.
3. Okay,
I don't.
right, let's do
Ah,
it. Episode 2, the distance between the two.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
so
So
they
this.
go on their first date.
Oh yeah, and he basically just takes her. He's reading.
He's reading
Goddamn.
porn,
No,
like
no, no, no. He's reading a guide when she first meets him.
the Love magazine. That's the Love Guide.
Love guide, and he was reading
Later
that.
gives away to Taisuke.
Yeah, with pages missing apparently. Anyway,
Yes, that he will find for him immediately.
yes. Um, so he does that, whips it out, hides that, and they go to a bookstore, and then she's looking at books, and he goes to the porn section and looks at the.
he's he's looking at centerfold women, and she's like, "Oh, that's cute." And it's like, "Is it though? Because you're
No,
on a date."
Yeah, that's
And
so
then
wrong.
like, oh, what is it like? Then like a guy bumps into her and he's like really angry, and he steps in, and then the guy's still angry, and he's like, "Well, I guess I could just back away from this and just let you deal with it because I don't want
Yeah,
to deal with it.
he
Sorry,
says,
I thought I was brave."
she says sorry. Yeah, and then he takes them to the games, and she's like, "Yay, you games now, and you won me lots of prizes at the thing."
Oh yeah, yeah. He wins a buttload of those things, and he plays some sort of Street Fighter clone, and
Hmm.
basically does what he wants to do for the whole day.
Hmm.
And then at the end, because he's feeling emboldened by Sakai having given him a kiss at the end of the last episode, he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna do this." And you know, he tries to kiss uh, Kotonoa.
What do you think of the sound
Um,
effects they use for Kiss? Mojo.
Mojo, mojo.
Yeah.
It's funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I,
I don't.
I have laughed at it.
Yeah, I don't know that it's actually the word, but
No, I
he puckers
I
his
don't
lips
know that
up too.
anything that this show says is true. I'm not even sure that I know what's going on anymore.
You know,
I have crammed 6 episodes of this in the last 30 hours.
I've I'm not far behind you.
Yeah, yeah. Also, thanks to Crunchyroll and their free tier, I did end up watching the first 5 minutes of the first episode, maybe 5 or 6 times.
Oh, nice. I
Yep.
got to the end of episode 2 before it butts out on me. Literally, it was right at the
I
end,
Yeah.
and the
I tried.
adverts
I
cut in.
tried. Like it just kept fucking repeating sections, and I was like, this is bad enough. I don't need to see it again.
I
So I have
these.
I have paid money to make that stop.
Why do you pay money? I had a free
Because I've
14-day
used my
trial.
I've used that before.
You should just get a fake email and sign up with that.
Yeah, you have to sign up with a bank card though.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
use
tried to stop
PayPal.
you from just doing that
But
this time.
I can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, don't worry about it this time.
Yeah. Set up another PayPal account.
That's okay. I've got Platinum End is on Crunchyroll, so I'll probably watch that too.
That's that'll be good. Right.
So
So
the kiss
did
does not go well.
yeah, she basically hits him, I think, and then that's the end of the date.
End of date.
Yeah.
And of course, of course, Sakai finds out about this,
Hmm.
and she's like, "Fuck is your problem?
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
screwing up. I got." Like she reminds me, Sakai at this point reminds me very much of Haruhi in
Yeah.
that sort of like just do as I fucking ask. Like this will be fine if you just do as I ask. For the love of
Yeah,
God.
that's true.
Um, so yeah, she's like, well, this is bullshit. You need to be better. So she like kind of coaches him a little bit in his behavior. Like he's like, this is where we get the mucha mucha sort of sound effect because we get to talk about she has the movie tickets.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, movie tickets setting up the atmosphere because who knows what will happen in the dark watching a movie, and then it's mucho mucho noise, and he's like, oh, okay, need to get this to figure out how this works, and then he's like, well, oh shit, I need to use these tickets in like a day, so hey, we're gonna go and see a movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, you got like their class president,
Oh
Sats
yeah,
Satsunuka,
uh, the little crazy one.
a little crazy one.
I mean, she is little and crazy.
She is little.
Uh,
I think she's the most sensible one out of the lot, though.
I'm just trying to find Kiora Setsuna.
That might be it. Uh, but Kiora
Uh,
was a drink, and
Kiora.
it might have a racial slur in it. Hence why it's not around anymore.
Oh, really?
Oh, I think the catchphrase "it's too orangey for pros" potentially a racial slur
Oh.
because crows are like black, and I think they're.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I
It's
think
sort of like Rose and Dumbo,
yeah, yeah, they were certainly.
which we're okay with apparently.
What are they in the new Dumbo?
They're not the new Dumbo, but they're not been taken off of the old one.
You can't picture a masterpiece like Dumbo, man.
I tell that to Song of the South. It's not allowed anywhere.
Oh, is that the other? Was that live action Disney?
That was the live action slash animation movie that was so racist. Disney have never released it.
Oh man. Well,
Good, good, good times.
you know what to say
Kiora.
about Disney.
The person or the company?
The person.
That he was an anti-Semite, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe he supported the Nazis.
Yeah, allegedly. I don't want to cast aspersions here. I've heard some stuff.
Yeah, there's stuff about the man. Whether
Yeah.
it's true or not, who knows? Maybe he's got all the gold. Who knows? Anyway, let's talk about
Or-
school days more because
oh
that's.
yeah, they're going to the movie.
Mhm.
They're going to go to a movie, and they get. He's like, "Oh, you should choose. You should choose what movie." And it's like a zombie movie, what looks like a romance film, like some sort of romantic drama, and then
Yeah,
another film.
yeah. Um, and I think she was looking at the zombie movie.
She was looking at the zombie movie.
She was really interested in the zombie movie, and then he was like, "Oh well, of course you want to go and see that," and then it turns out the romance movie, which starts
Yeah,
off with a zombie bit to make you think she went
it
to the zombie.
does. But then it gets a bit porny as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure that they should have maybe been allowed in to see that. Anyway,
Oh,
but it kind of sets up like if you read into it too much, that movie sets up into kind of like the story of school days.
oh yeah. And they of course have that conversation. It's like, I guess you're like this character, and you're like this character. And it's like, oh, you just are those characters, apparently.
Yeah, I was always in love with the
I'm confused about.
three-way love triangle thing in the movie.
Oh god.
Yeah. Anyway,
We
so
talk about, like, actually, so you can see it very quickly. It's school days, and then underneath it says, in the school the three guys met. Their relation had been changed in the season and turned into three love stories.
yeah, so
What the hell even is that?
I believe this was like a game, an anime made from a game. One of those
What?
love date games.
Did it have the madness at the end of the game?
It's probably one of the bad endings.
Holy shit.
School Days
Okay.
game.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh wait, no, that's not the right School Days.
Well, while
Oh,
you're
that's
looking at
right.
that,
Hmm.
they're in the cinema, they're watching the movie, and he's like, "Well, now's my chance to sort of hold her hand and stare at her face, because that's what women want.
Oh
They
yeah.
want to be looked at." So like,
Yes.
grabs her hand, and you know, it doesn't really sort of go well. She's not into it. She's not into the sort of the touching thing.
No, no, she's very embarrassed about it. Is this where you get slapped? No, you get slapped at this point.
Yeah, you're right. This is where he gets slapped,
Yeah.
and they then go their separate ways, presumably right after that point, because who's going to hang about and watch the rest of the porn? And the next day, uh, Sakai sort of Sakai's like, well, you're being too aggressive. The word aggressive is thrown around in this anime a lot. You're being too aggressive. You're trying to move too fast.
Yeah,
Um,
certainly is.
and you should tell her you're sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, and she's kind of avoiding him. She was going to go and take the bus home rather than the
Yeah,
train.
she's got a council meeting, and he's like, "Please talk to me." And she's like, "I've got to go now." And then he's like, "Well, I'll wait for you at the train station. I'll be late." Well, I'll be there anyway. Well, okay, whatever. Bye. Gotta go.
Yeah. Um. So I just looked up the game. So School Day is a Japanese visual novel developed by Overflow. That sounds like a great company name.
Colin,
Uh,
this is my kind of game.
hmm?
This is my kind of game.
Released on April 28th, 2005 for Windows as an adult game.
So wait, is it only on Windows?
No, it was later ported as a DVD game for the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable.
It was on the PSP?
Yeah. The story is a dramatic slice of life follows Makoto Ito, a high school student who becomes avid love interest of several girls during his second term and the effects
Well, I
this
tell you
has on
what,
himself and his relationships.
I'm 100% going to play that on a stream.
No, don't. You might get banned.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll think
Uh,
about it.
yeah, you can maybe look
Yeah.
at it at some point. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, it was a game. It came out after for the anime. So in the thing, being too aggressive, has to apologize. She's trying to take the bus, but um, what's her name
She
convinces
starts
her.
talking. Yeah, she's talking to Sakai about what's happened, and Sakai's like, well, he's dumb. Boys are dumb, and he's just trying to move too fast. But I can assure you, he has the best intentions, and you should. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He's a prick. I hate him. Um,
All right.
so she's like, you're probably right. Goes to the train station, and uh, she's like, oh, he's gone. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh, hi, drinking a can of coffee, I think, kind of cold coffee.
Yeah, as you do.
Um, and she just runs up and plants a kiss on him.
And that, and then you see a shadowy figure watching them from a distance,
Yes.
and then
Who
that's the
could
end of
that
that.
be?
Yeah,
Who
and
could that be?
that's the end of that episode.
It was Sakai.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my god.
wait,
Okay, what do you
wait.
rate this one?
Hang on, hang on. Who's that Pokemon? Pikachu.
It's Pikachu. It's
Fuck.
Clefairy. Still, still one of the greatest vines ever created, and responsible for the name of this show to a great degree.
Yes. Yes, not because of the one, but just because of the name
No,
of that vine.
literally, I think the best thing that we should do, the thing I should do now, and I've talked about it before, but now that we've watched this, it seems apt. Is it's just every time we start a new series, I'll need to do some sort of audio drop that's who's that anime? And it's us going, it's this because we know that's the show we're gonna do, and then it'll reveal and it'll go, it's School Days, followed by us just going, fuck.
Yeah. Oh man, school days. Anyway,
So,
right.
what do you rate this one?
Hmm, it still hasn't got awful yet. Oh, I'm going to stay with a 3.
Uh, Yeah, hasn't got any worse, hasn't got any better. So, yep, solid 3.
Yeah.
Um, okay, last episode for today is Missing Each Other, episode 3. So, um, this is the one where Kotahona, Kotanoa, sorry, says, "Oh, I have a little sister, uh, and she'd love to meet you."
Oh, that's because he phoned her up and started talking to her,
That's right.
thinking it was
Yeah,
her and not her little sister
that's right.
somehow.
Which could have been very awkward very quickly because he's a nightmare human.
Yeah, and he was. Yes. So wait, you got a little sister?
uh yeah, and she's like, well, you could come round and meet her now that you've spoken to her. And he's like, oh, of course, which is creepy. Well, nice, but in
Hmm.
the setting of this show, seems creepy. Um,
Watching the game, maybe.
I'm trying to remember. Oh my god.
No, I don't think so. I don't
Uh,
think they would do that in that game.
I hope not.
They've got their
Um, this. Oh no. If it came out on PSP, it can't have that in it.
no, no. It's they already got their Lolita character, and that's the president.
Yeah, there's a. It was. We'll get there.
Mm.
Um. So then they're heading home in
Hmm.
the evening,
Hmm.
and she doesn't look too happy, and just abandons shit.
Oh, yeah, because she's getting bullied in her class, essentially.
That's right. The other, is it the people from her group who are doing whatever that to make the Halloween haunted house or the cafe idea?
Yeah, it's they're doing their festival fair thing that every school does in
Yeah,
Japan, apparently. I don't know how true
yeah,
that is or how not. Maybe it was like one-off thing, but it became such a trope in the anime. It's just a thing.
yeah. Is this?
Yeah,
Have they been to the roof of the school yet? They have. We didn't mention that.
that was like first episode. It's like, how do you get the key up here?
Yes,
Oh,
because
I
she's the president of the astronomy club.
am the only member, I
And there's
think.
no. Yeah, I'm the only member and have been for a while, so I just do whatever the fuck I want up here.
Hmm.
Um,
And we'll get
and
to
that's
that
sort of
later.
where they kind of get their. Yeah, that's where they have lunch together and sort of. Oh yeah, he eats the bad sandwich. Man, there's stuff coming back to me now that is so not worth talking about, but also I'm just spouting it out as I remember it.
Yeah, what's her name? Can't cook. Because that's a trope as well in anime.
Yeah, Kotinoa can't cook. She made sandwiches bad. They looked amazing, but they were bad sandwiches. And then he fucking nearly died eating them.
I
Um,
nearly choked on him because he's
he
like, "I'll save you
choked
from
him.
these."
Uh, so yeah, they've been giving her a hard time. So then the next day she takes the bus in to to school and remains pretty quiet.
Hmm.
Uh, and then she meets Makoto on the roof, and that's when they kind of talk about meeting up. to meet on Sunday
Yeah.
so that he could spend time with the sister.
Mhm.
Then he does.
Mhm.
He goes to the house, and actually, this is like one of the only moments in the thing where it's like, oh, this is kind of sweet. Like, you're being a genuinely nice person and making sure that Kokoro is her name is sort of like, you know entertained, and she really likes him, which is nice. And then sort of there's, I suppose, like they've been referring to each other as not. We've been referring to them as Kotonoa and Makoto, but they've been referring to each other by their second names until now as well. So like she tells him about how what's happening at school, and then they kind of get into talk. They've been calling each other Ito and Katsura
Mhm.
until now, when they start referring to each other as Kotonoa and Makoto instead. So
Yeah. Yeah, because sisters, why do you call her that? And he's like, what? Oh, I didn't really think that would upset her.
yeah,
But it does, apparently.
yes, it does.
Uh,
Um, then they
well,
kind of he leaves,
yeah.
uh, and then he gets home and calls Sakai.
Mm.
Uh, and this is where I really, really start to hate his guts. Because he phones Sakai and moans about how boring it is having a girlfriend.
Yeah. This is coming to the end of the episode already.
It is. He's such a prick.
Yeah. He's like, I don't think I'm into her anymore, type thing. But that doesn't end it.
And like maybe, maybe.
Hmm.
I am angry about this because it is reminding me of my teenage years and how much of a nightmare they were for this sort of shit. And like it's just raking up some really old angry emotions about, about this sort of thing. Oh my god. It's fucking terrible.
See? It's hitting home to you, man.
It is, in a way that I hate it. Like, normally, for some instances, people might say, "Oh, trigger warning! You're gonna feel like you're a teenager again, and it's gonna feel like shit."
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel like a teenager.
Oh god, I'm just watching it and being like, "Man, what an asshole!" I bet you were like that, weren't you? Probably. This is you, isn't it? It's like, well, not exactly. It's like, no, but close enough, right? You were probably an ass when you were a teenager. It's like, yeah, you're probably right. Probably fucking
Oh,
awful as well.
oh yeah, totally. And you got two kids who will be teenagers. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my god. Oh no. I hate him. I hate him. I can't, like, I'm so I'm so incensed at the idea that he's like so into her, gets another girl who's clearly into him to make that happen, fights for her in the previous episode to
Yep.
talk to him, totally okay with going to meet a member of her family, and is like, yeah, she's fucking dull. Don't like this.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
What an asshole.
yeah, he's not going to get better. Anyway,
No, no, he's not. He's like, you're right, you're right. We have so much to look forward to.
you do.
Um,
Or maybe not.
so what do you rate this one then?
Hmm. Cool. Cool. He's a dick. I'm gonna go with two. I'm going to not shit down one.
I agree. I concur. The end of this episode angers me. So I'm going to mark it down.
Yeah, did notice that.
Marked it. Right. Well,
All right.
incredibly, we've managed to get to the end of this 3-episode run. You've been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast, which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Anchor.fm/Who's That Anime is where our base is. You can find us on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and Spotify. We don't make any money on this. There's no advertising, nothing like that. So if you like what we do, a review would be pretty amazing. 5 stars is always cool. Anything less, constructive criticism also welcome. If you don't want to review or have already reviewed, it would be great if you could tell a friend if you like what we do. That's kind of word of mouth is probably how this is going to... I use the word spread. That sounds quite negative, but let's go with that.
I mean, could you spread? I'm just thinking it's not good context in this movie.
No.
From this anime.
Fair point. We have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Who's That Anime. You can go there to find out when new episodes have dropped or when we share anime memes or other fun stuff, such as our YouTube videos, which are also posted from youtube.com. You can search on there from the channel Who's That Anime. Colin has been doing a fantastic job of uploading on a regular schedule our back catalogue of video episodes, which is sort of the video companion to the audio episodes that you get in your podcast feed. What's our next one coming up?
It's the second season of Hurry Suzumiya.
Oh,
An
get ready for Endless 8, folks.
endless hate. That's
Get
some
ready for it.
tasty anime.
Tasty
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah,
Uh,
unlike School Days,
yes, unlike School Days, which is
pretty tasteless.
bland anime. So Colin also likes to play video games. You can see him do that sometimes at twitch.tv/couchfuel. Now that you have relocated successfully, I feel like that will probably happen at some point.
At some point, I need to
At
kind of
some point.
start things out. At the moment, I'm kind of like you got lots of games behind me, as you can see, and empty
Yeah.
shelves. There's empty shelves there, but they're empty.
But of course, until then, there is an archive of your work at youtube.com. You can search for the channel Couchfuel. I like to play games at twitch.tv/HalePayman, mostly horror games. Again, I haven't done that in a while, but there's an archive of my stuff as well on YouTube if you search for the channel Hale Payman.
And he might be
And
playing School Days at some point.
Might be playing School Days at some point. I am tempted. I do love a visual novel.
Yeah, you might have to R-rate that stream.
Oh yeah.
Only fans it.
Oh god.
Because I'm not
I
sure.
thought we might get to a Patreon first, but if we end up with a
Who's
that anime OnlyFans before we end up with a Patreon, there's something wrong.
Well, yeah, I've forgotten how bad this anime was and how fan service it was.
Oh, it's definitely full of that.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Onward and upward, Colin. Onward and upward.
Onwards and upwards. Yeah, so this has been Who's That Anime. Not really introduced ourselves, but we're Colin and Steve, who have watched.
We're getting so much better at this.
Who watched School Days for your pleasure, not ours.
I'm laughing because I think in the last episode, you and I both subconsciously, even though you got it right, thought you'd said the wrong thing for the name of the show. Forgot to introduce ourselves until a good 10 minutes in. We've done sort of the equivalent of the cinematic late title card this week by introducing ourselves in the dying minutes. I think what's to blame is the Christmas holidays and your moving, where we had to record so many episodes in bulk and then got out of practice. I think that's what the problem is.
Yeah. Maybe. Or maybe we're just we're just
I mean, maybe we are getting worse. That's always an option, but
could always be getting worse. So yeah, it's just kind of like Your Name. You know how? Because I don't think it actually had title screen for it. It had like we intro for Your
yep,
Name.
you're right. Your name came at the very end of the movie
Yeah, it was like all a prelude to the credits, the opening credits of the show.
for that movie called Colin.
Your Name.
Oh no, my name's Steven. It was your name.
Oh, there's a movie called Colin.
It's a zombie film, right?
Yeah, it's a zombie film
Is it got
where
Billy Connolly in it?
I don't know. It was like a low budget movie. Like it literally cost like I don't know a few £100, and it was set in England. And it's about a guy called Colin who turns into a zombie, and he's got to get to his girlfriend, who's also a zombie,
I think.
in a zombie apocalypse.
Did it have anyone interesting in it? Nobody I knew. I think there's a Billy Connolly zombie film. I can't remember what it is, mind you. Anyway, off topic. We should go.
Yeah, sure. Let's end this. How about that? It's like our first podcast we've done within an hour in a while.
Yeah, we managed it. Sub an hour, and the first podcast from the new location as well.
Yes. And almost our. Oh wait, hang on. Just realised. Need to get hats. Need to go and get some hats.
What?
Alright, anyway, this is goodbye, folks. Have a good week, and we'll see you next time for episodes 4 to 6 of Who's That Anime? No, School Days.
Quickly, Mulligan.
Mulligan. Bye. I'm
Bye,
stopping.
folks.
Bye.
I am honestly going to.
おい、西園寺。
山のごとく
おいって
授業中だよ。
絶対このこと誰にも言うなよ。
今をも知
どうして
れぬこの
どうしてもだ。
何か
いえ、
今をも知れぬこの岩が死なばまさしくその娘祝言さするはこれ眼前ただ恨めしきは伊右衛門殿騎兵一家の者どもも何暗穏にあるべきや思えば恨めし持つたるを告げ串もろと一つにつかみピッとねじ切る髪の内より何か